Picture this. You're lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, trapped in an endless loop of what if. What if you hadn't said that one thing? What if you made a different decision years ago? We all know this feeling. It's that haunting sense of regret that creeps in when we least expect it. But here's the kicker. What if I told you that it's entirely within your power to break free from this mental prison? What if there's an ancient philosophy that not only explains why we suffer from these past burdens, but gives us the tools to overcome them? Welcome to Stoicism, a philosophy that's about to teach you how to let go of the past, stop being haunted by regrets, and move forward with purpose. Setting the stage. Throughout history, from emperors to slaves, Stoicism has helped people deal with pain, loss, and the emotional baggage of their past. In this guide, you'll discover practical Stoic techniques that will teach you how to face your past with courage, let go of it, and transform your future. Let's dive in. The weight of time. Think about the last time you replayed a past mistake in your mind. How often do you find yourself lost in thought, reliving a conversation, an argument, or a missed opportunity? The past has this strange ability to latch onto us like an anchor, weighing us down in our journey forward. The Stoic time philosophy. Here's where Stoicism comes in. To a Stoic, time is neatly divided into three parts: the past, which is gone; the future, which doesn't exist yet; and the present, which is the only thing you can control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Forget everything else, keep hold of this alone and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant." What does this mean for you? It means every second you spend agonizing over the past is a second wasted. You can't change it, it's done. The Stoics believed that constantly revisiting the past was like trying to live in a house that's already burned down. It's not just pointless, it's destructive. A modern take. Think of it like this. The past is a movie you've seen 100 times. The plot won't change no matter how many times you press rewind. So why do we keep watching it? The hard truth of acceptance. Here's the first big Stoic lesson for letting go of the past: radical acceptance. Now, this isn't the kind of acceptance where you grudgingly say, "Fine, it happened," and continue being bitter. Stoic acceptance means embracing what has happened, understanding that it had to happen, and moving forward with newfound wisdom. Amor fati, love your fate. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is amor fati, which means love of fate. It's not just about accepting what happens, it's about loving it. Imagine turning every past mistake, heartbreak, or missed opportunity into something that was meant to be. How would your mindset change if, instead of seeing failure, you saw the building blocks of your growth? Here's a real-world example. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's amor fati in action, seeing every setback as a necessary part of the journey forward. Actionable insight. Right now, take a moment to think about something in your past that you've struggled to accept. Could you reframe it as a lesson or an experience that shaped you? What if it was the exact thing you needed to become who you are today? The power of perception. Here's the big secret about your past. It's not the events themselves that hurt, it's the story you've been telling yourself about those events. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, nailed it when he said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." What does that mean? Let's say you lost a job or ended a relationship that meant the world to you. You could see these events as proof that you're not good enough, or you can choose to see them as life's way of redirecting you towards something better. Stoicism teaches that the stories we attach to past events shape our emotions. If you change the story, you change how you feel. A story of reframing. Imagine you're driving and suddenly your car breaks down. You could curse your bad luck and feel miserable for the rest of the day. Or you could see this breakdown as a chance to learn more about your car, have a conversation with a stranger while you wait for help, or even just appreciate that you had the time to slow down and think. The event doesn't change, but your story does. Actionable exercise. Pick one negative memory from your past. Write down the current story you tell yourself about it. Now, take a deep breath and rewrite the story. How can you frame it as something that contributed to your growth? Breaking emotional chains. The past often holds us hostage with emotions like guilt, anger, or shame. But what if you could look at those emotions and realize they're not part of you? They're just temporary visitors. Stoicism gives us a tool for this: detachment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Detachment doesn't mean indifference. Don't get me wrong. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop letting emotions control you. Imagine you're watching a storm from inside a cozy house. You can see the rain, hear the thunder, but you're not getting wet. That's how detachment works. You can observe your emotions, but you don't have to let them soak you through. A Stoic exercise for detachment. Think of an emotion that grips you when you revisit the past. Maybe it's regret, anger, or sadness. Close your eyes. Imagine that emotion is outside of you, like watching a storm from a window. Can you see it as something separate from who you are? Why now is all you have? The Stoics remind us time and again, the past is gone, the future is uncertain, and all we truly have is the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, used to remind himself, "Do every act of your life as though it were your last." How does this help? If you're stuck in the past, you're robbing yourself of the present. And here's the catch: the present is the only place where life actually happens. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, but your eyes are glued to a single footprint in the sand. The ocean, the present, is there, but you're fixated on the past. Actionable exercise: the power of presence. Next time you find yourself drifting into thoughts of the past, pause and take a deep breath. Look around you. What do you hear, see, feel? Bring yourself back to this moment. The more you train yourself to stay in the present, the less hold the past will have over you. Why purpose matters. The Stoics believe that once you've freed yourself from the chains of the past, the next step is creating a future guided by purpose. Seneca said, "When a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind." Having a purpose anchors you in the present and gives you a reason to move forward. Purpose, not perfection. The key here is to set intentions, not unrealistic expectations. Stoicism isn't about obsessing over outcomes, but focusing on actions aligned with your values. It's about doing what's in your power today without worrying about what tomorrow will bring. Actionable insight. Define your purpose. Take a moment to reflect. What does moving forward look like for you? What small actions can you take today that will bring you closer to your purpose? Write down one thing you'll do tomorrow that's aligned with that vision. Final reflection. Letting go of the past isn't just a one-time act, it's a continuous practice. As you embrace Stoicism, you'll find that the past loses its grip, the present becomes more vivid, and the future becomes a place of possibility, not anxiety. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your past is not a barrier, it's the way forward. Each step you take brings you closer to freedom, and every mistake you've made was part of your journey to becoming the person you are today.